Donald Trump leaked audio on the Mar-a-Lago docs case and how this could be a damning piece of evidence in Jack Smith's prosecution, and ultimately could be a very, very effective piece of evidence when played to a jury, especially in relation to Trump's other comments that he has made. So let's go ahead and listen to the bombshell audio together.
These are bad, sick people.
That was your coup, against you.
Well, it started right at the
Like
beginning.
when Millie's talking about, we're going to try to do a coup. No, they were trying to do that before you even were sworn in.
That's right.
Trying to overthrow your election.
Well, with Milley, let me see that. I'll show you an example. He said that I wanted to attack Iran. Isn't it amazing? I have a big pile of papers. This thing just came up. Look. This was him. They presented me this. This is off the record, but they presented me this. This was him. This was the Defense Department and him.
Wow.
We looked at some. This was him. This wasn't done by me. This was him. All sorts of stuff. It's pages long. Look. Wait a minute. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I just found, isn't that amazing? This totally wins my case, Except it is like highly confidential, secret. This is secret information. But look at this. You attack, and
Hillary would print that out all the time,
she'd send
Private
it.
email.
No, she'd send it to Anthony Weiner,
Yeah.
the pervert.
Please print.
By the way, isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
I was just saying because we were talking about it, and he said he wanted to attack Iran and what. These are the
You
papers.
did. It's
This was done by the military, given to me. I think we can probably, right?
I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to try to
Declassify.
figure out
it. See, as president, I could have declassified it. Now I can't, but this is classified.
Now we have a problem.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, it's so. Here and I have, and you probably almost didn't believe me, but now you believe me.
No, I believe
It's
you.
incredible, right?
No,
Hey, bring some Cokes in, please.
So at the end there, we catch him presumably speaking to Walt Nuda to bring him Coates, who is testifying and being deposed today in the Mar-a-Lago docs case. So just a few things I want to pick up on here is, firstly, the cavalier nature that these documents are being discussed, and you can just hear Trump. He's trying to show off to these women. He obviously might find or at least one of these women attractive, and he's trying to show off and be boastful by using these documents to basically flash and be, oh, look what I got. Isn't this cool? It's secret. I'm showing you something secret, but kind of trying to let them in on the in, if you will. And it's just so crazy to hear him so casually going, oh, this is secret, I'm telling you, and then in the same breath nearly criticizing Hillary Clinton and joking about, oh, well, this is what Hillary would be doing, but in fact he is committing a crime himself. And another thing is that you can hear these papers ruffling around. I mean, you could hear that he's obviously presenting some sort of document or documents, and there's not much dispute as to that fact because you can hear paper ruffling around. And another thing I want to pick up on here before we go look at the Brett Baier clip is that he's saying, oh, well, now you believe me, right? Now you believe me. You didn't believe me, but now you do because I showed you these documents. And these women are going, oh, no, we believed you. We believed you. Like, it wasn't even necessary for Trump to make whatever dumb point he's trying to make. Like, he didn't even need to show the actual documents because this woman is saying, I'm already impressed. I already believe you. But Trump couldn't stop there. He had to keep going and create one of the most damning pieces of evidence against him in this whole Jack Smith case. So now what we'll listen to is the Brett Baier clip in which Donald Trump makes these strange defenses of why it's not a big deal that he had the documents. Let's go ahead and listen to the Brett Baier clip.
Dwell on it, but according to the indictment, you were here at Bedminster on July 21st, 2021, after you're no longer president, and you were recorded saying that you had a document detailing a plan of attack on another country that was prepared by the U.S. military for you when you were president, the Iran attack plan. You remember that?
Ready?
You were recorded.
It wasn't a document.
Okay.
I had lots of paper. I had copies of newspaper articles. I had copies of magazines.
I know. This
had
is
copies of
specifically a
everything.
quote. You're quoted
And-
on the
oh, no,
recording
and-
saying the document was secret, adding that you could have declassified it while you were president, but, quote, now I can't. You know, this is still secret, highly confidential. And the indictment cites the recording and the testimony from people in the room saying you showed it to people there that day. So you say on this, on
It
tape,
says just the opposite.
that you can't
And let me
declassify it,
just
so
tell you,
why have it? is
When
what
I
the question
said
is.
when I said that I couldn't declassify it now, that's because I wasn't president. I never made any bones about that. When I'm not president, I can't declassify.
And that's what you said. You
I
didn't
said
declassify it.
that. I said no. I said I couldn't.
I could have
but that wasn't a
declassified it.
document, Brett. There was no document. That was a massive amount of papers and everything else talking about Iran and other things.
There's no document, he said. Well, it sure sounds like there was a specific document that he was presenting, and he was shuffling through, going, "Oh, well, let me find the Iran secrets. Oh, yes, here it is. I found it. Here, let me." So now Trump's trying to say, not now, I guess, but previously, he's trying to say, "Oh, there's no documents. There's no documents. It's a bunch of magazine clippings." It's not adding up on Trump's side. It's just not adding up whatsoever, and this stuff's going to be presented to a jury.
Amount of papers and everything else talking about Iran and other things, and it may have been held up or may not, but that was
It may have been held up or may not. It most certainly was held up.
not a document. I didn't have a document
It was a document.
per se. There was nothing to declassify. These were newspaper stories, magazine stories, and
There was something to declassify. It was a classified document prepared by the military that Trump did not have the authority to declassify when he was presenting it to these random strangers.
articles.
I'm just saying what the indictment says.
Well,
the recording
these people-
and the
look,
people in the room who
These people
testified.
are very dishonest people. They're thugs. They're thugs. If you look at what
They're thugs. Who's a thug? Who? Dude, you committed the crime, bro. You committed it. There's... Oh, Jack Smith's a thug because he's prosecuting me for committing a crime that I very obviously committed, and there's tons and tons of evidence and testimony pointing to the fact that I did commit this crime. Like, dude, he's a prosecutor. This is what he does. How is he a thug? Because just because he's coming after you, he's a thug? But let's use the FBI to go after Hillary. That's a proper use of the FBI, but not when when you're going after Trump. Like, what the fuck is this argument? It doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. You're talking out of your booty right now.
they've done to other people, what they've done to and overturned in the U.S. Supreme Court, these are thugs.
Overturned over the Supreme Court? What? I just gotta listen to this again. I gotta try to make sure I got this straight here.
Thugs. They're thugs. If you look at what they've done to other people, what they've done to and overturned in the U.S. Supreme Court, these are thugs.
The
These are
suggestion
dishonest
was that
people.
you wanted this as evidence that the military, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Milley, had preemptively sent you plans for a possible attack on Iran and that you didn't order that to happen. That's the
I
suggestion.
never ordered it to happen, no.
But that's
No.
why you wanted the document.
I don't think I've ever seen a document from Milley. Milley, frankly, was incompetent. The last one I'd want to attack with as my leader would be Milley.
Nobody's saying that Milley gave you the document specifically or that it was specifically created by Milley. Like, good job on Brett Baier here this might be like the least talked over I've ever seen an interviewer with Trump. And Brett Baier's standing his ground and he's not standing up for this crap. What's it got to do with Mark Milley? I don't understand. The crime that is committed has got nothing to do with Mark Milley. Nothing. It's a classified document that is being shown after he left office to people who do not have the security clearance to view such a classified document. That's the crime, dude. It's got nothing to do with Mark Milley. Nothing.
But that's why you wanted the document.
I don't think I've ever seen a document from Milley. Milley, frankly, was incompetent. The last one I'd want to attack with as my leader would be Milley. That I can tell you.
All
and
right,
I think
last
you
thing
know
on
that.
this. There are 31 documents listed. Nuclear capabilities of foreign countries, related to military capabilities of foreign countries, intelligence briefings on foreign countries. Why do you want to hold on to those documents after you're president?
I don't say I do.
You just didn't know what was in the boxes?
discussing with NARA, giving them back. All of a sudden, we've got raided, which is a violation of my, Fourth Amendment rights.
It's not a violation of his Fourth Amendment rights. The DOJ had a subpoena. What the hell? Not sure what just happened here. All right. Well, it looks like we lost. It looks like we lost the clip here. It's okay because that was pretty much everything I wanted to show you guys, anyways. Anyway, what I was saying is that the DOJ had a subpoena to search his Mar-a-Lago estate. A lawfully granted subpoena that was issued by a judge. Therefore, it's not a violation of his Fourth Amendment rights. Yeah, just craziness from Donald Trump. Who is still out there defending him? I guess it's a lot of people because he still has a lot of support of the Republican Party, astonishingly. But yeah, this is not good for Trump, and any way to spin it as being good or not a big deal for Trump is a bunch of BS. I think that this isn't doing him any favors in a potential rematch against Joe Biden either. Because you look at the numbers and you look at the fact that Donald Trump already lost to Joe Biden, okay? And you look at all the things that have happened since Trump's loss to Joe Biden. The January 6th insurrection, which was instigated at Trump's behest. You look at the Mar-a-Lago raid that's happened, and this whole document scandal, and you look at being found liable for sexually assaulting E. Jean Carroll, and it's starting to unravel for the former president. And electorally, you really wonder if there's any path for him to continue forward as being a viable, potentially winning candidate. Yeah, bad stuff. Let's see how this plays out in the coming days and weeks, and we're gonna see. Let's see what the jury thinks of this information, because that's really what matters in the end.